let's head over to the Democratic Republic of Congo, where at least 12 people have been killed in attacks in villages and a center for the internally displaced in the northeastern province of Ituri. Some civil society groups are worried that the death toll could be much higher than what is being reported. According to the military, the attacks took place on Sunday night. Fighters from the CODECO militia are reported to be behind the raid in the village of Drodro. CODECO has been blamed for killing hundreds of civilians in the Djugu district of Ituri province since 2019. Well, CGTN's Ocamringa is in Kinshasa, DRC's capital, and joins us now for the very latest. Hi, Chris. What more can you tell us about these latest killings?
Yes, Hannah, this attack happened in an area, a village known as Drodro in the northeastern province of Ituri. That area is a camp for the people who have been internally displaced, and the local authorities there are saying that a militia group known as the Cooperative for the Development of Congo, CODECO, raided the area, burnt several houses and killed civilians. Now, there has been a report by an international organization called the Kivu Security Tracker that said that 107 bodies were found in eastern DRC, but like you mentioned, the DRC army has refuted that figure. The army spokesperson, Jules Ngongo of Ituri province, said there were only 12 bodies that they found this morning, and they said they found there were 6 children who were killed, 4 men and 2 women. They said the army was reinforced by the Congolese troops who managed to kill 9 fighters of the CODECO militia. They're calling on people to remain calm. They're promising to protect the people in that area, but very many people in Ituri province are sick and tired, of the statements by the government, because these attacks happen on almost a weekly basis, and they have increased in intensity ever since the government declared a state of siege in May this year. So people want solutions and want them now. Hannah?
Well, Chris, just as you've mentioned, I was about to say this, on a regular basis, we hear about these reports of civilians being killed in various parts of the DRC, and it sounds as though it's especially in the Ituri and North Kivu regions. Are there any gains being made by DRC security forces against these militants, Chris?
No, the security situation in North Kivu and Ituri province has gotten worse than the previous period before the government declared a state of siege in May this year. According to a study by a civil society organization in Ituri province, in North Kivu province, more than 1,300 people have been killed in those 2 provinces ever since the government declared the state of siege. Now, before the state of siege was declared, it was about 500 people. Basically, what has happened is that the government replaced all civilian leaders in Ituri and North Kivu with the military and the police to ensure that the killings stop. But then, there has been an increase in the killings, and people are wondering. The government just 2 weeks ago extended the state of siege for the 12th time. And MPs from Ituri and North Kivu have been up in arms, telling the government that this strategy is not working, people are still dying, and they have been calling on the government to change the strategy to improve the discipline of some of the Congolese soldiers who are in those operations there. And there is a group of MPs, Congolese MPs, who are in favor of a proposal to have a neighboring country, Ugandan troops, the UPDF, to come in and help the government to end the Allied Democratic Forces. This is a militia that is originally from Uganda, that's operating there, that has been blamed for many of the attacks. The government, the DRC government, has expressed willingness to have UPDF, but it's a very thorny issue. There are some Congolese who are very, against that decision because of the past history of Ugandan military operations in the DRC and neighboring countries like Rwanda that fought in this country. And so some Congolese do not want to see a repeat of any conflict between neighboring countries in this region. Hannah?
Thank you so much for all those details. Chris Ocamringa speaking to us from DRC's capital, Kinshasa.